and what's and whys and wherefores. Here you'll find your what-nots and therefores. So come on along, let's find out what's going on. Where's and when's and who's and what's it's. No matter what your taste, you can trust it's the place where you can find all your new Disney news. Where's and when's and who's and what's it's. No matter what you taste, you can trust it's the place where you can find all your new Disney news.
Welcome to the Sweep Spot podcast, current events as of January 6, 2023. Ken.
2023.
I know.
I'm still writing 1999 on my checks. All right. Well, welcome to our first current events update of 2023, folks. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, Happy New Year. And wanted to get off with a few things like, who are these people? Well, we are two former Disneyland custodians, and we host the #1 podcast hosted by two former Disneyland custodial cast members.
#1.
And we're also authors of the books Cleaning the Kingdom series. We have 2 books out, and you can get those both on paperback on our website, and we still have the USB drive of our both audiobooks on USB drives, and you can get those. They're autographed, and you can get those on our website, thesweepspot.com. Get them while supplies last. I think we only have a couple left, so
All right, get on it, folks.
also, if you want to help support the show and be a part of what we're doing, you can join our Patreon, and by joining, you get to participate in one current events episode per month where we do a live recording, and you get to join in the chat room, and we try to incorporate your comments into what we're doing, and it seems to be a lot of fun. Plus you get one bonus episode delivered to you per month, and that is recorded by just Ken and I usually, and various topics surrounding Disneyland. So you can do that and join on our website, thesweepspot.com. Look for the Patreon link, or you can go to Patreon and search the Sweep Spot. Also, I wanted to mention on our website, we have a couple things I wanted to mention this. I haven't mentioned it in a while, and we do have an associates link for Howard Johnson. So if you want to get a discount and stay at Howard Johnson's across the street from Disneyland, you can go to our website and click on the link, and it'll direct you to receive a discount there. And I believe they have discounts also for magic key holders too. That link will help you out there. And if you need help with that, let me know, and I can fix it. Okay, and if you want to also, like I mentioned, the website has a lot of different things. It has our books and our audiobooks and Patreon links, and link to Howard Johnson's stay and get a discount there. Also, we also have t-shirt links there. You can get our shirts and everything there. So go over to thesweepspot.com and check all that out. Plus, we have our show notes that are from our current events. So if you want to go back and click on the links and take you to some of the articles that we mentioned in our upcoming current events episode. So, Ken,
Yes.
we need to get right into it, don't we?
We do.
All right. But before we do that, we're going to have a word from Concierge. Plan your next getaway vacation to a Disney destination by contacting our friends at Concierge, our magical travel and vacation planning partners.
Whether you're going to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, a Disney cruise, Disney's Aulani in Hawaii, or Adventures by Disney, contact the people who specialize in Disney. Want to visit Universal? Concierge can help you with that too. It's not going to add any cost to your vacation. Go to concierge.com, that is CONCIEARS.com, like concierge and mouse ears, because they are your travel concierge to Disney, with you every step of the way.
They can get you reservations, update you on changes, conditions, and take away the stress of planning a vacation. Let them do the heavy lifting.
I send my own mother to concierge. We like them so much, Lynn works with them. I wouldn't plan another Disney vacation without going to concierge.
Mention the sweep spot when you book a package with them, like a week on a Disney cruise or a hotel stay with theme park admission tickets, and get a special gift. Now we're going to have the current events. Ken, what do you have for us?
Well, Lynn, we've got a few things. The Brady McDonald had a slew of stories in the Orange County Register since we last recorded for the current events because we had a nice holiday break. But things continued at Disneyland. So as he says, Disneyland announces virtual queue for World of Color 1, what you need to know. And that's a recent story. It was January 5th. It says the new World of Color 1 coming to Disney California Adventure will use virtual queue systems that will be optional but essential for any visitor who wants to snag a primo spot to watch the new water show celebrating 100 years of Disney animation. The revamped World of Color 1 water show will take over DCA's Paradise Bay on January 27th as part of the Disney 100 celebration. Like many things at Disneyland now, you'll need to have your smartphone handy and your itchy trigger finger ready if you want to land a coveted virtual queue spot for the new World of Color show. You'll have 1 or 2 chances a day to nab a virtual queue spot, depending on whether there are 1 or 2 shows each night. But you'll need to move fast and make sure you're poised to pounce once the starting gun is fired. It's a metaphor, folks. There's no actual starting gun going on there. Okay. Virtual queue spots will be distributed daily, beginning at noon through the Disneyland app. On nights with multiple showtimes, virtual queue spots for the second show will be distributed immediately after the distribution ends for the first show. World of Color 1 will be presented at 9 p.m. and 10:15, January 27th through the 29th, and the first 2 weekends in February. Weekday performances typically have 1 performance at 9 p.m., but not always. The Wednesday, February 1st show is at 7:30 p.m., and Valentine's Day has 2 shows on Tuesday, February 14th. Valentine's Day with February 14th last year, too. What do you know? It's free to join the World of Color 1 virtual queue, provided you have a ticket and reservation for DCA or a Disneyland Park Hopper ticket. Magic Key annual pass holders with a reservation for either Disneyland or DCA should be able to join the noon virtual queue before park hopping begins at 1 p.m. daily. Daily visitors and pass holders will need to enter DCA or Disneyland to join the virtual queue. If history repeats itself, World of Color virtual queue spots could disappear within seconds if you're not poised to pounce, with a countdown clock ticking off the seconds until high noon. Yeah, anyway. You got to concentrate. You got to do it. No. Walk-up viewing areas will be available for those who lose the World of Color lottery or forget to enter the daily sweepstakes. But Disneyland highly recommends joining the virtual queue and warns latecomer spots will be filled on a first-come, first-served basis. The backstory for the new water show celebrates the journey of a single drop of water that creates a ripple and eventually grows into a wave of change. The new Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway trackless dark ride and Wondrous Journeys fireworks show will also debut at Disneyland on January 27th, alongside the World of Color 1 water show at DCA. The Magic Happens Parade returns February 24th, after a pandemic-shortened run in 2020. What do you think, Lynn?
That's a lot of information, Ken. It made me
Yes, it
think.
is.
I was helping a client with concierge, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and and they had never been to Disneyland ever, and
Yikes.
and and then hearing all this information, it makes me think, man. And then after hearing them and trying to direct them and everything, I had to think of everything.
Yeah.
It's just crazy now the way it is to go to Disneyland. You can't just buy a ticket, walk in, and have a good day. You got to know. Oh, you got to have
Yeah.
reservations. You got to know about the app. You got to know about mobile ordering. Now you got to know about this
Yeah.
World of Color thing.
It used to be a matter of just knowing what the operating hours were.
Right, and what rides were down, maybe.
Yeah, maybe what was closed for refurbishment,
Yeah.
and then getting in and knowing the show times too. They would
Mhm.
you have a little slip of paper with your map that would
Right.
tell you the show times, and then it's up to you what you're going to wait for.
Right.
That's basically what it was. You want to wait for Space Mountain, you might need to wait in line 90 minutes. That's just the way it goes.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah, that was it. It used to be a simpler time,
They
but
were simpler times, for sure.
we're gonna stretch that out over 2 years apparently.
Okay.
2022 to 2023. Well, Laughing Place had some first look images for World of Color 1, but as they point out in their article,
Mhm.
Your Magic Band Plus will add to the experience with synchronized dancing lights and vibrations. So it'll reportedly have a runtime, World of Color 1,
Right.
of 24 minutes. So plan accordingly, folks.
Wow.
And of course, there's the official Disney Parks blog story on Wondrous Journeys, which is also starting on the 27th. And as they point out, it's well, let me see, what does it say here? The all-new nighttime spectacular will celebrate 100 years of Walt Disney Animation Studios, an experience that ignites the dreamer in all of us. Wondrous Journeys will feature nods to every film released by the iconic studio over the past century, with music, characters, and special moments from favorite stories including Encanto, Hercules, The Princess and the Frog, Peter Pan, Frozen, Treasure Planet, Big Hero 6, Moana, and more. It's also going to feature an original new song called It's Wondrous, that promises to capture your heart and spark your imagination. So they'll use state-of-the-art projection effects, which will surround you with blank pieces of paper, pencil sketches, and splashes of color as the artistry of animators breathe life into beloved characters from Mickey Mouse and Bambi to Ariel and Mirabelle. And in a thrilling moment of heroism, Baymax soars high above Sleeping Beauty Castle, hiring us to fight for our dreams. Okay. Special lighting effects, projections, and more carry us on an adventure full of possibilities. So they're highlighting its projections, its lighting, it's all that sort of thing. Sleeping Beauty Castle, the facade of It's a Small World, and the Rivers of America will turn into an artist's canvas. Blah 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 blah, and they're just kind of pointing that out because they will, on select nights, Wondrous Journeys will go even bigger with the addition of sparkling fireworks in the sky above Disneyland Park. So they're really, the way this story is written, and we'll have, by the way, as always, we'll have links to all these stories in our our current events show notes on our website at thesweepspot.com.
Even bigger with its own app. An app for each show. I don't know.
They're trying to keep you from going, oh, Wondrous Journeys is a fireworks show, because there's going to be night, because of the wind,
right.
Or because they're not going to use fireworks every night.
School
so
nights
they're trying. The way this is written is they're really, really trying to get you to think of it as just a music and light show that sometimes will have fireworks. That's what they're trying to get you to see it as. So. Now, Disneyland files construction permits on $5 million downtown Disney renovation. Well, that's another Brady McDonald story, but $5 million in Disney is like a new churro cart, which takes all day to make back its investment. But anyway, Disneyland Disneyland filed building permits valued at $5.4 million in early December with the city of Anaheim for downtown Disney construction, according to city records. The commercial construction permits filed with the Anaheim Planning and Building Department call for a new 8,300 square foot retail building with room for 5 shops. Also in the works, a new bathroom and employee break room. Wow, that's what I'm excited about, is the break room. An event space with a 1,250 square foot stage, shade structure, and 21 lights are also in the plans, according to the permits. The former AMC theaters, along with Starbucks West, Earl of Sandwich, and Sugar Boo and Company, were demolished in February as part of a multi-year project that will reimagine the downtown Disney Outdoor Shopping Center. Work had slowed in recent months on the leveled dirt lot, surrounded by colorful construction walls. So, yeah. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
More shopping coming to downtown Disney again. Well, here's another Brady McDonald story. It's pretty interesting. The headline is Disneyland has longer lines, wait times during holiday pass holder ban, data shows. Disneyland attraction lines were longer this Christmas season during an annual pass holder ban compared to 2021, when Magic Key holders packed the Anaheim theme park, according to wait time data released by Disney. Disneyland and DCA average wait times rose 10% during the busy holiday period, while Magic Key annual pass holders were prohibited from entering the parks, according to an analysis of Thrill Data metrics. Thrill Data scrapes wait times released through the Disneyland mobile app and uses data analytics to track trends and generate charts about the visitor experience at the parks. Disneyland does not release daily attendance figures or discuss crowd levels. For the first time in decades, Disneyland and DCA blocked all annual pass holders from visiting the parks from December 21st through January 1st. The 2022 Christmas holiday season offered a glimpse of what a pass holder-free Disneyland could look and feel like during what is traditionally the busiest time of the year at the parks. Average wait times at Disneyland and DCA were 42 minutes during the 2022 pass holder blockout, compared to 38 minutes during the same 12-day period in 2021. So 4 more minutes. That was from Thrill Data. Okay. The average 2022 holiday wait factor was 9 on a 10 scale, compared to an 8 wait factor during the same period in 2021. The big difference, Disneyland experienced a wait factor of 10 out of 10 on 5 straight days from December 27th through the 31st in 2022, compared to only a single peak wait factor day during the same period in 2021. So it sounds like, if this is all to be believed, it's like people out there who don't have annual passes are like, all right, the annual pass holders are blocked out. Let's go. Well, or maybe just more reservations are available.
I don't know if wait times is a good way to indicate like crowd levels as far as I mean.
Well, that's the thing. They say that like the walkways might have been more open, but I
mean, because there's a lot of things that go into factor wait times.
Yeah.
Not just the crowds, but cast members and there's a lot of things. But I don't. Right. I think it also was. The University of Utah was in the Rose Bowl, and we have all these Utahns going down to California. And what are they going to do before the Rose Bowl? They're going to go to Disneyland, right?
Yeah. if they can stand the cold. I mean, anyway. Yeah. As the story says later, the absence of annual pass holders during the 12-day holiday period changed traditional traffic patterns at Disneyland and DCA. Tourists less familiar with the park stumbled upon nighttime spectaculars rather than filling walkways and streets to wait for fireworks and water shows. like in the know pass holders. Disney parking garage entryways are relatively quiet in the afternoon as tourists arrived early and after work rushes by pass holders were non-existent. So it does make a difference. What do you know?
Okay.
Another pretty McDonald's story is Disneyland issues courtesy warning after increase in fights at Disney theme parks. So the Disneyland website added a new courtesy section during the Christmas holiday season after a similar advisory was added to the Disney World website in mid-December. The new courtesy sections on the Disneyland and Walt Disney World Know Before You Go pages explicitly spell out the expected visitor behaviors that had been previously implied at the vacation playgrounds, billed as happy and magical escapes from reality. The Know Before You Go pages were added after the pandemic reopening of the Disney parks, with details on COVID-19 health and safety measures and theme park reservation requirements. The new courtesy advisories on the Disneyland and Disney World websites are similarly worded but vary in their details and warnings. We ask all who come to this happy place to treat others with respect, kindness, and compassion, reads the new Disneyland advisory. To help guests have a safe and enjoyable experience, we regularly update our Disneyland Resort rules. The Disneyland Rules page asks visitors to show common courtesy to employees and other visitors and refrain from using profanity or engaging in unsafe, illegal, disruptive, or offensive behavior. Behave yourselves, folks.
Yeah, please.
What do you know? Brady also covered the Disneyland takes delivery of a 10-foot tall animatronic snake for the Indiana Jones adventure because it was visible from the monorail. So that's why it kind of made news, because it was visible out there as the monorail was going by and people could get pictures of it. And as he says here, a 10-foot tall audio animatronic King Cobra that hisses and strikes at riders in the Indiana Jones adventure has arrived at Disneyland ahead of an extensive attraction refurbishment scheduled to begin on January 9th. The popular Genie Plus attraction will reopen in spring 2023. The refurbished ride is expected to reopen with behind-the-scenes and guest-facing updates to audio animatronics like the attacking snake and other special effects, but not any significant changes from a story standpoint. It's been, the attraction's been showing its age in recent years. It says here, every major special effect in the Indiana Jones Adventure attraction at the Anaheim theme park is currently broken, according to Mice Chat. And that was a story from the 29th of December. That was way back in last year. So who knows? Maybe they're waiting for the rehab. Maybe they've already taken care of some of those things. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk about rehabs in a little bit, but yeah, definitely needed it. So hopefully this will, give it a fresh look.
There was also, we had coverage from the Register and from the usual websites about oddly enough, not in the Disney Park spot, but there was a little fire at the New Orleans Square train station. So now, they've blocked off viewing one of the buildings. There's two buildings, across the tracks there. And this is supposedly the one that has a little break room in it. And it happened at 3:29 a.m. on Thursday, the story's from December 30th, but, so whatever Thursday was around December 30th. So they had a little fire. It got put out pretty quickly, and they didn't have the cause of it. I don't know. What does Disney think it is? Universal? I mean, come on.
You know exactly which one it is, right?
Right.
Yeah, that restroom we used to clean over there.
Yeah. So if you want to read all about that, you can click through. Now, the moment I have been waiting for, Run Disney Half Marathon returns to Disneyland for first time since 2017. So that's back. The Disneyland Half Marathon weekend featuring a 5K, 10K, half marathon, and challenge race will be held on January 11th through the 14th in 2024. So the challenge race combines the 10K and the half marathon, or roughly 3/4 the distance of a full marathon. Why don't you just get in a car, folks? Use a car. We have cars now. Anyway, runners dressed in princess tutus, Maleficent horns, or their favorite Disney bounding attire will enjoy music, live entertainment, and Disney character sightings as they race through the Disney's Anaheim theme parks. All participants receive a Disney-designed race medal. The last run Disney half marathon race was held at Disneyland in September 2017. So, yeah. The return of the Disneyland half marathon also means Run Disney will once again reintroduce a coast-to-coast race challenge in 2024 that combines races at Disney's California and Florida theme parks. Registration opens February 7th for Gold and Platinum Club Run Disney members, and February 14th for the general public. So, yeah, the moment I've been waiting for.
Well, I know our friend Russell, I know he's excited about this for sure.
I guess we can't all be interested in the same things. I'm glad Russell likes them.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people who are happy to have it back.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. As usual, there's a bunch of updates from micechat.com. Several of them, we linked to all of them, so you can go and see what the latest is. Those are always really heavy with pictures, so you can just, it's just like being there almost, But do you have any rehab information?
I do. I have quite a bit here.
Oh boy.
It's that time of year. So we have so a couple of these aren't really new. Tarzan's Treehouse, no return date yet. January 9th starting, there's a lot going on. It's a Small World will go down January 9th and return on the 20th. Actually, I think it's down now. And on the 20th, or pretty soon here. Indiana Jones Adventure, no return date, but supposedly in the spring. That goes down. So all these on the 9th. Disney Gallery and the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and that'll return January 26th. Grizzly River Run with no return date. I mean, as far as the calendar goes,
they're never coming back.
Yeah. Radiator Springs Racers. It's down starting the 17th, and it will return on the 24th of January. Mickey's Feel Her Magic, down on the 24th, and will return February 4th. See how they did that? Radiator Springs comes back, and then that comes back, so they don't want too many things down. Here's a big one. Haunted Mansion will be down January 30th to, uninstall the holiday overlay, and it will be back February 10th. And Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind, January 30th, and will return February 10th.
Nice.
That's all we have.
All right. Well, that catches people up. I mean, as you know, if you've been listening, we do these every 2 weeks, but in between, we've got our historic episodes, or our main topic episodes, which often cover history. So, just subscribe at Apple Podcasts or wherever you subscribe to podcasts, and then you can be updated whenever we release a new episode.
Yeah, the next current events we record in 2 weeks will be with our Patreons. We'll do that live. Good. So if you aren't a Patreon and you'd like to participate, you know how to join. All right, up next, before the show concludes, so it's not over yet, we're going to have the D180 from Concierge.
Hello everyone, this is Eric Johnson with Concierge and welcome to the D180. While Ken and Lynn cover all things Disneyland, in the D180 we take a spin around the rest of the Disney universe and we do it in 180 seconds. Let's jump right in. We start our journey in Walt Disney World where Disney dining plans haven't returned. Instead, Disney is trying a new tactic for the moment regarding its discount on resort stays. Disney World released its discounts valid for the spring and early summer of 2023 just recently. For some days starting in July, halfway into September, you have your choice of deals. If your family misses showing up to the parks having paid for a mostly inclusive trip, Disney once again has an option. The old Disney dining plans were an option that was very popular, but also complicated. Trips to Walt Disney World resorts frequently featured deals on the plan that allowed families to budget for their Disney dining across snack foods, quick service restaurants, and sit-down dining destinations. It was a complicated affair, but what Disney World trip isn't? The current idea is somewhat more simple. As usual, discounts apply based on the resort at which you choose to stay across deluxe, moderate, and value resorts. The time frame of your visit this spring and summer season also makes a difference. These factors determine your level of discount on your trip. If you choose to go this direction with your discounts for a 4-night or more Disney World stay, count on a range between $75 and $150 per room per night. You'll receive a Disney Dining promo card that you can use at most locations around the parks. Dining reservations at the sit-down locations are still highly recommended, but the card can be used at sit-down locations, quick service locations, and some snack carts across the parks and hotels. Don't count on them paying for your meals at non-Disney hotels, though. If you need some quotes or even a bit of explanation, call our expert planners at 856-OUR-EARS or send us a message through concierge.com. Our planners have spent the last couple of days boning up on this new promotion. If you need to see Walt Disney World sooner, we get it. Discounts are still available for the next couple of months while the Epcot Festival of the Arts kicks off. From January 13th through February 20th, check out this fan favorite festival that features art stands around Epcot. Fans of Disney merch, food, and original art can't lose at this festival. Running out of time here, so let's take a quick look around the world of adventure that we will soon see with National Geographic Adventures. Bookings for 2024 trips are opening up now for their many destinations around the world. Disney is even offering early booking discounts for those who know where they want to go. Set up that trip before April 7th and you can get between $400 and $750 off your total price. National Geographic Expeditions rely on their 130 years of travel expertise to bring you incredible opportunities. Each trip pairs you with small groups of travelers and a few expedition leaders. Travel to remote locations in Alaska, the Swiss Alps, Jerusalem, Patagonia, China, and so many more. These trips are not to be missed. What's more, I'm pretty sure looking at this list that I have a lot more that I can cover, but I'll save those Nat Geo trips for another week. Stay tuned, everybody. And that's 180 seconds. I hope you enjoyed our quick spin around the rest of the Disney universe. If you'd like to learn more about these Disney adventures or just have a few questions, please come on over. Visit the social media and websites of both the Sweep Spot and us, their official travel planners concierge. We look forward to planning something special for you and your family. I'm Eric Johnson, and this has been your D180.